Hi,
Hello,
Steven.
Nancy.
Hi.
Oh, look at you. Fantastic. Yeah. Well,
How you
I'm
doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm beyond excited to talk to you. Not only you're amazing voice actress, but amazing artist, sculptor, painter, filmmaker, and now you're,
Wow.
yeah.
Steven, do you want to, is it Steven or is it Steve? How do you like to be
Steve's
called?
better. It doesn't bother me
Steve.
anyway. So. Mhm.
Oh, great. Well, you've done your homework. I love that.
Oh no, I've been a fan. I don't expect your number, but I've interviewed you a couple times. I think the first time was when you did the release the sculptor at USC.
Oh,
God, that
wow.
was a long
That's,
time ago. Yeah, you had the
yeah.
band there and stuff. So, and then yeah, and then I've interviewed other places, and I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I know about all the different voices you've done. I know that you also voiced Rugrats, which is now coming back on Paramount Plus. Do you mind tell us about the story about how that got, picked up? Did the voice change before you officially got started for that?
Well, I got a call. Gee whiz, I got a call. No, actually, I think I called her. It's Arlene Klasky, of the original team. Klasky, Arlene, and Gabor Chupo, and Paul Germain that created the show. And I
Mm-hmm.
just was in touch with Arlene for other reasons, but we just started chatting, and she started to mention it looks like it may be coming back, and that was great. And then within a short amount of time, I found out, yes, indeed, this is being confirmed. They may do a movie, they may do the TV show, and just kind of these things are very slow in coming because you're dealing with a lot of politics and organization and whatnot. But yeah, the truth came down the line, and here we are. And I am beyond thrilled, if only for the reason that now I have a granddaughter who's about 5, and
Aw.
it's the same concept. I mean, it's a
Mm-hmm.
brilliant business model. Really, it's brilliant. And what it is like the kids that enjoyed the show 16, 20 years ago were just little guys, and now they're parents, and they can enjoy it now as a parent, and their children they can enjoy it with their children like their moms and dads did with them.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 generations. You've got the grandparents that were the parents that now have the grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just, it just sounds like a slam dunk if you ask me.
Oh, absolutely. I actually like that the animation style is a little bit different, just to keep the two separate. Like so. I think that's
Yeah.
cool though.
I love it too because it's also keeping with the times.
Mm-hmm.
Friends of mine made a comment. Had some girlfriends over, and we were just chatting about everything, and the subject came up, and a lot of them were Rugrats fans, and just saying, with their kids, and they weren't the little guys. I mean, these are women that are close to my age. Anyway, just saying that the new animation, they talk to their kids about it, and the thing about 2D animation is because it's flat, it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
flat. It's it was what it was at the time, but the 3D animation just seems more alive because you kind of feel like you want to reach in and squeeze it, or
Yeah.
bury your head in the tummies of these little guys. I know that once they come out with these products, I am definitely going to get myself a Chuckie or two. I just think they are so cute.
Do you like collecting like your own figures and stuff from your characters? That's cool.
I do. I have a few. Um, I have a Rufus. I have some Bart Simpson. Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
these came out. I think these are the Playmate ones that had
Yeah.
the computer chips in it. I think it was late '90s, maybe early
I
2000s.
so
So
have those.
yeah,
They're just fun, and they're not
yeah,
squeezable. They're pretty hard plastic. But yeah, I have a few items. I'm not a
that's
big
cool.
collector of merchandise. I just have some a few select items. But I think the public will really like buying the merchandise. And but besides that, it's just the
Hmm.
stories. The stories are just so good, and we crack up. I love doing the recording of the show. We just laugh and laugh because Chuckie, he's I think that Chucky, because of the nature of this little guy's personality, he tends to be afraid of so many things, and
Yeah.
kids can tend to be a little trepidatious at age 2, 3 years old, trying to do something new. They don't know, and there's a little fear there. They like to hold an adult's hand. If they've got a best friend, that's a little bit of support. but through the show you see that Chuckie does change, and I think he sets a great example for little guys that are a little trepidatious about life and discovering new things. So I just think and then every now and then he'll get this energy and he'll be like, he'll say something and I'll just make something up, not to quote the show, but he'll say, like, I am not sure why you did that, Angelica, because to be honest with you, that was really mean! And he will just like get this burst of like, wow, passion, it's like, go Chuckie.
Very cool. Well, I told you how talented you are, and you're kind of like passing that along now in your master class. How did this get started,
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they just called me. They
That's
called
cool.
and we had a conversation about it, and I was like, "Whoa, this is awesome!" Because I'm a longtime fan of it. You subscribe
Hmm.
masterclass.com, and you subscribe to it, and I've seen Annie Leibovitz and Ron Howard and some
Yeah, the
other
best of the
directors.
best. It's crazy the list you go
Yeah,
on there.
yeah, and to watch these masters talking about how they do what they do,
Hmm.
and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, and they've never done voiceovers before, so
Oh
I was
wow.
like completely honored that they asked me to do it. And it's so funny, Steve, because I have never broken down how I do what it is that I do. I'm completely organic. I just see a picture of a character. I can look at the jaw, look at the teeth,
Hmm.
that, and even, I start talking about that. There's the characters like I don't have a split in my teeth, but I can sort of sound like I do by doing it like this. Or you can rough a guy up a little bit and put a little gravel. I can make him sound like he's from some other part of the country by adding a little accent onto the voice, and I can slow him down a little bit. Or I can make him a little bit like that and do the same thing. Or I can make him sound like he's from another part of the world and do it like that, another little accent, which makes sort of like a little bit of Ralph Wiggum, like he's from Britain. And just sort of change it up. Like you can do so many things, and that's kind of what I touch on in the class.
That's so cool. And you also started a production company, CRE 8 for you. Create for you? Is that what it's supposed to
Yeah,
be?
there you
Okay,
go.
I think that's clever. I hope
No,
I
it's
said that right because I'm dyslexic. So.
no, you so got it. It's great for you. And I kind of designed it after what a license plate would be, and in fact, that is one of my license plate. Not to give it away,
Oh, that's clever.
and yes, it's myself and three others.
Uh-huh.
We are a really tight team. Monica Gill, Jaime, and Carolina Emmerich. And each one of us wears a very distinct hat. We all have our own individual jobs and we complement each other so much to the point that without Jaime, we would not have a team. Without Monica, we couldn't do what we do. Without Carolina, there's no way that we could get done what we're getting done. And without me, the doors wouldn't be opened, and we can continue to create these amazing projects that we're doing. And most specifically, it's very interesting because we've been together for a year and a half, and we have a couple of relationships and contracts with studios already. But more to the point is that this what do you call it? I guess it's a business model
Hmm.
is something very very needed and timely with our culture right now. And what we're doing is getting intellectual properties from Spanish speaking countries, and
Oh,
we
cool.
are using very successful comedies and dramas and developing them into American television shows. So
Oh,
taking what
wow.
they've, yeah, and it's kind of like they are award-winning shows, not unlike receiving Emmys, and some of them have been on the air for 7, 8 years and have gotten the highest awards that you can get. And we're even doing books, novels, and developing films out of Spanish um, Spanish written novels. And it's just, I find it incredible because it's just incorporating a whole culture that has been neglected wrongfully for forever,
Yeah.
within the television industry. So
Is there
I love
any
it.
any names we should be familiar with that you could be developing, or is nothing you can say right now or anything? Yeah.
We're in talks with some pretty amazing people that if I were to drop
Uh-huh.
their name, you would definitely know who they are. But I think maybe a little premature to say it. But
Yeah, you don't
suffice
want
it
to jinx it. Yeah.
Yeah, but suffice it to say that by the end of the year, we're going to have some other. We will definitely have some other contracts in place, and
Gotcha.
continue moving forward on it. And I'm so excited because I perhaps will be writing on some of these some more or performing on
Oh, that's
some of
awesome.
these, and I like that idea. But more importantly, is casting like unrepresented peoples that are part of the world, part of
Yeah,
mankind. I
that's
love
very true.
that. I love it. And they're good. The stories are very
Hmm.
captivating and funny and heartwarming and also kind of surprising and shocking and disturbing. But what we're adding to that is Create for You has its own goals, our own goals and purposes, and that's to inject some truth into whatever it is that we're saying, some little truths instead of going along with what I feel is the norm. Just I don't want to just show something to shock you. I don't want to just show something that is disturbing because so many, you can pull up so many movies. There's so many of them. It takes me hours to figure out what I want to watch. And by the time I figure out what I
Absolutely.
wanted to watch, I'm ready to go to bed. It just doesn't work.
I've
But
been there.
yeah, you know what I
Scrolling,
mean.
scrolling, and then like, I'd just rather go to sleep.
Yeah, it's so true. I end up falling asleep with my remote in my hand, which is embarrassing, but that too. But what we want to do is inject some truth, and not that something would how do I say it? It's not something that would stand out like a sore thumb. It would be organic to the story.
Gotcha.
And I
Well, that's
love
the most
that
important
because
thing.
right
Yeah.
now, I think people could use a little uplift, could use a little
Oh, please.
inspiration.
Yeah.
And not to say that these are inspirational pieces, but there will be a message in there that people can take away.
I love that. Well, I can't wait to find out on these projects. We'll follow you on social media, so when you are allowed to talk about these names and projects, we'll know about it. So, thank you so much
Awesome.
for taking the time to talk to me and keep up the
You
amazing
bet.
work.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, Steve.